Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for watching. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. I have got, I think, everything I need, if I'm not mistaken, to fully heal my stuff up. I think I might need to kill one more wolf, though. The question is, do I have enough bullets to do it? I have a full rifle and 23 bullets. I can't get over that. Oh my gosh, but we killed a bear, and we have a yeah, we killed a bear too, surprise. And we have a bunch of guts, and I'm really looking forward to having all those cured because I'm gonna need them to fully repair everything that that I have on me, that I'm wearing specifically. Oh wait, might as well just go ahead and eat this real quick. 72 calories, heck yeah. Take care of that. We actually have a lot. One thing I'm probably going to do in this episode is I'm going to cook a lot of the meat that I have laying in the snow outside. I have 2 makeshift freezers set up outside. It's pretty awesome. But I need to make sure that all that meat is cooked so that when it's time to eat it, I can do so. But what was I looking for in here? I was looking to see if I was carrying any more hides. Yes, that's right. And I'm not carrying any hides. Oh no, I was going to look at my clothing. So I need to repair my 2 deerskin items, which 1 hide should be sufficient to fully repair that. So I've got 2 deerskin, and then I will, that's what I needed. I do need 1 little rabbit skin, which is going to require me having a snare, but I can't have a snare until the guts are cured, so there's really nothing to be done right now, and I'm just going to go explore things after I cook things. That's the thought. So, as I have been doing a lot over the past 2 weeks or so, and I've mentioned this a couple times in the series, or at least once in this series, I've been mentioning it across my channel. I am experimenting a good bit with my recording settings. One thing you're probably noticing right now is the audio sounds awesome in this episode. I finally think I have an audio solution that's going to work for me, at least for the foreseeable future, as far as completely cleaning out the background noise I've been having, but also still allowing you to completely hear my commentary with no kind of cutout or anything like that. Let's see, how much bear meat am I going to cook is the question. I guess I'll cook that much to start. I've got some wood, but I can get some more.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
You literally just said that. Calm down. It's okay. I just need to come over here. There's some wood on the floor. And there's going to be some cooking happening. So yes, I have made some changes, but in a weird little twist of fate, I am using a quality setting, a video quality, a video format setting, since I'm now editing with Adobe Premiere that's different than everything I have ever used before on the channel. So give me some feedback if you notice any quality differences video-wise, but the audio is looking great. Now, I'm not going to use any accelerant, but I am apparently carrying a kerosene can. I need to maybe put that down in a bit. So, let's see. I think fir firewood, no, cedar firewood definitely lights on fire better. Let's go ahead and just use the fire striker. Start the fire. Oh, I am still lamenting my less than usual fire starting skill. It makes me sad. Not less than usual, but less than it was. This slow crawl across. Oh, there we go.
That didn't work.
No, thank you, Jennifer Hill. That, in fact, did not work. So yeah, I'm going to cook some meat for a bit. Wonderful, entertaining start to this episode. But then after that, with whatever time I have left, I'm just going to go out and see what other little areas I need to explore a little further down the highway, for instance, to the right past the gate into the farmstead. Yes, farmstead. That's where we are. Really? 2 in a row?
Didn't work.
All right. Well, now we're out of tinder. Just kidding. No, we're not. Yeah, this is going to take a second to get this fire started, but once I've got the fire started, I can pour all this wood onto it and do a lot of cooking. And I'm looking forward, of course, to my fire starting skill continuing to improve throughout the rest of the series. I was saying that in the first half of the series, but you know what happened. It's cool, though, since I have this audio change implemented, I don't have to worry as much as I was worrying about speaking up all the time, which I was definitely having to do in order for the noise gate to trigger. So that's a big win.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyway. Okay,
That's
so now we got a fire. And she's excited about the fire, evidently. Alright. Alright, just put all that wood on, and we're going to put... Why did I have all these sticks on me? Did I have them for a reason? I'm not collecting sticks. This isn't the whiteout challenge. I'm going to put them in the fire. Screw it. Alright, gamey bear meat. We're going to cook this stuff. Slowly but surely. Cook as much of it as possible. I think I've got a good amount of spare water in the fridge as well. So that'll help. Especially because I'm getting pretty thirsty. I think our cooking skill is going up every time right now, and if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember from a previous episode, the time it takes to cook meat actually goes down, which is interesting. Actually getting really thirsty now, like surprisingly thirsty. I guess I'll go ahead and drink to fix that problem before I start losing condition. And then we will go back to cooking. Oh, I got plenty of water on me. Problem solved. Alright. 3 more pieces of bear meat, and then we're just going to put most of this right back out. Because, of course, we can't plow through bear meat the way that we can... I mean, I'll go ahead and eat 1 piece because it's incredibly... calorific, if you will. But you can't just plow through it because it's carnivore meat, and carnivore meat will give you intestinal parasites, and we ran into those, unfortunately, a couple of times earlier in the series. So there's still a couple hours left on this fire, so I am going to go ahead and ingest one of these. 990 calories. Good God. At risk for intestinal parasites. Big surprise. How much risk? 1%. Okay, so the mechanic has not changed beyond what I'm accustomed to from earlier in the series. That's good news, at least. Looks like a storm's brewing. Let me look around, make sure there's not another bear nearby. There is not. Oh, this is about to get dropped. And there's still a fire going, so might as well
pack's
cook
getting kind of heavy.
some more. I'm going to pick it all up. Why not? I carried all the supplies back, need to make use of them. This is, of course, for those of you who are just joining us, this is a satellite base for me right now. I am not setting up shop here in this series. I am spending time in the farmstead in Pleasant Valley in order to fully explore the area, including Timberwolf Mountain. But once I have explored the area, I'm going to kind of withdraw. Even before I... Actually, let me go and get that cedar firewood out. I can just put that on the fire. Perfect. Like I was saying, even, I don't know why I was starting that sentence with even before, but what my plan is I'm going to spend some time here, but then as soon as I've fully explored the area, I'm going to kind of check out and I'm going to head back to Coastal Highway. And I'm actually going to move my home base when I get there too, probably to Jackrabbit Island. I was discussing that in a recent episode of Whiteout, and I just think that that is probably the most sensible place to have a base where there's not as much wildlife like immediately outside. There's not as much risk of there being a wolf the second you poke your head out. There can still be wolves on Jackrabbit Island, but not it's not as bad of a problem. So, wow, this is a lot of meat. All right. Pick up a few pieces of wood, add them to the fire. What I'm hoping is that with what I just added to the fire, I can finish cooking all the meat I have on me, maybe, and then maybe have enough time to get some water. I don't know. 3 hours doesn't seem like a lot. It does seem like this is cooking a little bit faster. No, it's not. It's the same amount of time. So maybe my cooking skill hasn't gone up quite enough yet. But it is going up every single time. And every single fire I started is also helping my fire starting skill. I mean, as much as I've complained about the fact that I lost my previous fire starting skill, I am looking forward to exploring the skill system much. I actually, just on account of my personal calendar and everything else I've had going on, I haven't had the time to do solo play, just playing on my own in the Long Dark since really the last couple of patches. I think I started Season 1, or Season 2 of Against All Odds around the same time that Tireless Menace had just come out. So it's cool to, you know, be able to explore these skills through the series, because I haven't done it otherwise. My condition is almost... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I need to take a look at that. But first, one more piece of firewood. Looks like we're using up our day with all this cooking. That's okay. There's a bad storm outside anyway. It's not like we can go anywhere, right? Okay. Let us continue to cook. And this is the last of our bear meat. So this is very, very handy. Okay, I think using the time I have left on this fire, I should be able to melt a little bit of water. Maybe. We'll see. Then I want to look at my cooking skill and see what's changed. I haven't seen anything to indicate it's actually leveled up, but you never know. It could. All right, so let me just... Actually, no. Let me not melt, because I'm almost out of time, and I don't want to use up any more wood. What time is it? About 9 hours of darkness left. Okay, so it's the middle of the night. I just feel like it's easier to see at night now. This is so awesome. It didn't used to be this way. You kind of have a night vision now. That wasn't always the case in the Lone Dark, with the improved interior lighting. Actually, come to think of it, that was, I think that was in a patch note, or that was in a collection of patch notes somewhere. All right, we're going to drop all this. Feels like 34 degrees. Not too bad. All right. Now, we still have deer meat to cook as well. But now I'm going to take a moment. I feel like that was in some notes about the recent patches. Okay. Oh, actually, we're not really encumbered by anything anymore. I am carrying a little bit of extra cloth. Yeah, we're not really carrying anything extra, are we? I mean, I've got that scrap metal on me. I can go ahead and head in the kitchen and drop that. And then I remember seeing a jerry can, right? Oh, I guess the kerosene fuel was coming from the storm lantern. That's where I would have been able to use the... That's why that would have shown up there. That's unusual, because... Or maybe it was this. Maybe it was the lantern fuel. Maybe this doesn't show up as the source of the fuel. It shows up as the kerosene can. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? See, there's a jerry can right here. How much does it still have in it? A lot of kerosene. It's so awesome. I'm glad I have that. Okay, well, it's dark, so... And I'm pretty tired, actually. So, let me go to the fridge and get some water out, because I know I've got a ton in here. Watch me not have any water in the fridge. There it is. How much? Let's go ahead and get 2/3 of that. I'm going to transfer it. And then we're going to see in the dark. And we're going to head up here. It's so weird that I can still hear the fire so well while standing up here. It makes me feel like the house is on fire, which is, of course, not something that can happen. But... Alright, we've got 8 hours of darkness left. Oh, did I drink first? I feel like I needed to drink. I was okay, but still, it's good to ingest some of that. Alright, so let's now rest for 8 hours. And hopefully this storm will pass by the time we get up. Because Miserable Valley needs to give us a break so that we can explore. That would be nice. Because that never happens, right? Okay, okay. Believe it or not, it is morning, but it's like the butt crack of dawn. So we are... Alright, this stuff is... Ooh, the guts are halfway cured, some of them. Not all of them. I think the guts that I, from one of my more recent kills. The black bear hide is a little bit longer, but, so those hides are making their way. They've got a couple days left on them. That's fine. We can pass that time, right? That's easy peasy. I'm just going to step. All right, fine. I'll light this so you can see. Plus, I don't know how well this new capture mode is capturing the really dim light. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Because there's not a lot of detail. I mean, I can see it, but as far as the capture goes. Anyway, so many technical details. I'm sorry. I'm just excited because mainly I finally have the ability to do some quick post-processing that doesn't take up more time than my previous schedule did. Mal talked me into it, okay? I blame him. I don't hear any wind outside, which is a positive sign, and there should be a decent amount of light. Pleasant Valley is, however, very... Okay, it is windy still. It does tend to be very cold in the morning. We're blocked from the wind right now, but I bet you... Yeah. It's negative 18. But the wind chill's only negative 2, so actually, we're not that cold, all things considered. However, I don't have any food on me, so let's fix that by heading back to the fridge briefly. Hello, fridge. Nice to see you. And we're going to pick up some of the lighter conditioned food. And by lighter, I mean lower. Let's go ahead and get that Stacy's grape soda too. Not just any grape soda, but Stacy's grape soda. We're going to poke our heads back out here. We're pretty encumbered, so anything that we find is just going to weigh us down more. Right. First things first, let's go ahead and eat some of this stuff so we're not as encumbered by all of it. Oh yeah, beef jerky really, really wears down quickly on your thirst. But that's good, because we need to drink a lot of this water and lose some of the weight we're carrying. Which is funny in a way, right? Oh good, we're not encumbered anymore. We're barely not encumbered, but we're not encumbered. So there's all our cooked bear meat. Looks awesome. Nice stripes. Pat yourself on the back. I say that as if you cooked it. You reached through the screen while I was recording and you cooked the bear meat for me. Good job! Alright, so we're going to head this way. And I really hope this storm does not get any worse. Because I would like... Actually, you know what? No. Because it is stormy, we're going to stay a little bit closer to civilization. We're going to go towards the road. And like I said, we're going to just go right. We're going to see if we can find shelter heading that direction. But first, let me just do something really quick, because I haven't done it in this series yet. So you can look under the visors in cars. Everyone I've talked to since I discovered this in the whiteout challenge has said that there's no... there's never there's never anything in the visors. But you can look under the visors. So no one's ever found anything under the visors, but that doesn't mean that eventually, after some patch, there won't be anything under the visors. So I really just did that to demonstrate to folks that I do know, in fact, that you can look under the visors. Also, someone pointed out in a comment today, kind of indirectly, that I might have accidentally been harvesting some corpses with a hatchet. Which, believe me, I know that there's a tool-based difference. When I say I've been playing The Long Dark since it came out, I'm not kidding, I promise. Or, I mean, it hasn't come out yet, but since it was released to early access, I'm not joking, I assure you. Alright, it feels like 19 degrees. That's actually better, so that means it's getting warmer. That's good. But yes, evidently, as we were discussing a little bit today, when you are playing The Long Dark, and you close the game, and then log back into it. Hang on, let me look around for a second. Your preferences for the tool you're going to use to harvest a particular corpse, for instance, get reset. Or at least they might. That might be what happened. So if you saw me, I haven't even confirmed this, but if you saw me harvesting a corpse with a hatchet rather than a knife, trust me, I was not doing that on purpose. I assumed my knife was selected. And I do know, in fact, that you need to use the right tool when you're harvesting. I mean, of course you're going to have a knife to skin an animal and to cut the flesh from its bones. See, there's a rabbit right there. We do need to kill a rabbit, but I'm not going to do it with a bullet. That would be weird. All right, good. Feels like 20 degrees now, so it is warming up. We're not encumbered at the moment, which is nice. We've got enough food to last us for a little while, so now we can start exploring the off-the-beaten-path areas of the zone. The nice thing about what happened in the past couple episodes, we did discover a prepper cache. As I recall from reading comments, it is possible that there may be another one somewhere. Maybe. I don't know for sure. That would be crazy for there to be 3 different prepper caches in one series, but at the same time, you know, these things, I mean, the Long Dark world is much bigger than the world that was initially presented to us when the game was released to early access. So, it's fairly possible, I would say, that we would find another prepper cache at some point. I just, having found 2 already, I'm assuming that... Uh-oh. So noted, game. So noted. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, Miserable Valley. I see what you're doing. Here. You're not gonna do this to me. I'm gonna get back to my home safely. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Oh, you're such a jerk, Miserable Valley. Can you not just give me one day? Please, just one. Just one. Alright, that's not quite home yet. So it's really cold. This storm has turned into a blizzard. I thought the blizzard had already passed, and I thought this was the tail end portion of it, but no. So in a second, I'm actually going to look at the almanac and see what the almanac says about this freaking storm. Because this is ridiculous. The almanac is newly implemented. Okay, here's the entrance. I know it's cold. But we're almost home. The almanac is newly implemented. But evidently it will give me a little bit of information on what kind of weather to expect. So I'm going to have to take a look at that when I get back in. Because if there's any way to tell when I'm going to be able to go outside, I can try and time my exit and do better. Alright, so I can't sprint anymore. But thankfully visibility is not so terrible that I'm not going to be able to find the house. Lovely, ominous music, but I will find my way back. We're not even at risk for hypothermia yet, but we will be in a few seconds, I assure you. Alright, there it is. Oh, not quite, actually. That numbness meter's got to reach the very bottom. There it is. Okay, and back inside. Whew. Glad I noticed that when I did. Alright, now let's take a look at our clothing. Yeah. Clothing seems mostly okay. Seems like the condition of the clothing that I'm wearing is roughly the same. I've heard, though never noticed directly, that being out in a blizzard for too long can affect your clothing. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that, make sure that doesn't happen. But anyway, how long have we survived? 61 days, 19 hours, 49 minutes. Not bad. Oh, there's no weather almanac. Okay, that must just be in the challenge mode. But let's look at our cooking skill. 10% more calories from any cooked food item. Okay, so we've already experienced that a little bit. Fire starting is almost up to level 2, which is nice. Carcass harvesting. We've got that reduction in meat harvesting times. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking reduction in cooking times, but that's what I was thinking of. And then this very, very nice critical hit chance increase, which might, honestly, some of these bonuses from the firearm skill might finally allay my long-standing beef, I think, with the Long Dark and its systems in general, and especially its shooting system, because it's just ridiculous at times. Actually, speaking of things that are weighing me down, I am carrying all my bullets again, aren't I? That's not needed. Let me go ahead and drop those, because that's a lot of spare bullets. It's a pound of bullets. And I have 10 on me, and I can come back for these. So that's where they were before. I'm just going to leave them there. Actually, no. I'll be organized about this. We'll put them up on the edge of the table. But on that note, since we've about reached the 25-minute mark, I will go ahead and cut this episode here. In the next episode, we will try and see if this storm decides to leave us alone long enough to actually go where we wanted to go a second ago. I'm hoping that since we've just had two kind of back-to-back blizzardy looking storms in a row, there might be some clearing in the next 12 hours or so, because we still have, oh, just kidding, I have no idea how much daylight's left. But we're going to try next episode to go out and do a little bit more exploring. I think within 2 or 3 episodes, depending on how fast we can pass the time and get our clothes repaired, I think we should be able to start heading towards Timberwolf Mountain, which I'm excited about, because that is one zone that I have never fully explored ever. Not once. Hasn't happened. So that's something to look forward to. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I upload new episodes and Against All Odds every day at 6 Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in a bit.